Hey guys, how you doing? Time for a quick update. I'm sorry. Hey there, what's going on? So I have been tirelessly working on learning a few things that I've been dreading learning since I started modding. And actually, you know what? Tirelessly is a really bad word because I've been tired like the entire fucking time. This shit is exhausting. Anyway, so the first thing this video is going to be about is the complete overhaul of the K-Bar sword, knife, and Tonto. The second thing will be what's going on with the Melee Combat Adventure mod, or MCAM, and the K-Bar weaponry is obviously a part of that. So pick one of these or just cruise on through, but you better be fast because here we go! Alright, so the 1942 weaponry, or the K-Bar weaponry, was my second mod ever, and some of you that are longtime users of my mod will remember how fucking horrible they were when they first came out. They're based off the 1942 K-Bar knife. The sword isn't something that was used in the military, but I've seen... Now, a little while back I redid the meshes, textures, and added a new knife that actually looks like the K-Bar knife, not a Tonto. But I did not add mods to the weapons, unlike all my other weapons, even the Dedeo, bless its tiny little heart. Now, if you remember the beginning of the video, I said I was having issues with things that I've been dreading working on since I started modding back in November. One of those things was animated effects. Now, in an effort to surprise you before you draw conclusions, behold, the K-Bar weaponry full... I can't keep that up for like even 3 or 4 seconds. Yeah, K-Bar weaponry, they all have stealth blades now, because the first two are knives, and there's no sword in the game with a stealth mod, so I decided to pop that in there too, and deviate from the typical serrated blade sword mods. As you saw in my attempt at being dramatic, the sword has a fire blade, fully animated in the style of the shish kebab, and the knives have electricity mods that are so much cooler than the default electricity mods. Anyway, I'm gonna keep talking about this, the animated effects stuff, but we're venturing into MCAM territory, so if you're only interested in the K-Bar portion of this video, skedaddle, get out of here, you don't need to know about the rest of this stuff. So yeah, MCAM. As I was saying about animated mods, they're a lot cooler than the default elemental mod, so I'm gonna make a habit of using these animated effects on weapons. It's not going to take as long as it did for these first weapons, because now I actually know how to do it, which is nice. Most importantly, there's a few weapons that I already have planned. One weapon I'm gonna be making in the near future is a pair of claws that will basically act like a Deathclaw gauntlet, but they'll be made of metal instead of just like bone, which, you know, Deathclaw claws, it's they don't get a lot of love in the game. So yeah, these will be like metal Wolverine claws, and they'll have serrated mods and an ice mod, basically spraying some kind of gas that freezes the enemy on contact, or just coated in something freezing like an ice enchanted sword in Skyrim. In other news, I've been fixing up the item distribution scripts, and they're a lot more aggressive now, so you should have no more issues getting items. I'm doing it a totally different way now, so it doesn't matter if you're just uninstalling and reinstalling mods all willy-nilly, because let's face it, that's the fun part about modding, is just fucking going nuts with your game. So that's another thing I've been working on for the past few weeks, and I've been dreading since I started MCAM. Another thing I've been working on, of course, is the Horde mode arena that, after my little breakthrough that I showed you guys in my last video, which you should totally watch if you haven't, things have been going pretty smoothly. I got one script controlling a whole bunch of other like spawning scripts that are basically going to be the one script will be the thing that controls the arena and everything. So you'll have tons of enemies coming at you, and it'll be wave based and it'll be cool. I'm still trying to push some weapons out at a steady pace, so that might not come super quick, because the more weapons I get out, the more notoriety MCAM gets. It's got lots of attention on Xbox, but it has less attention on the Nexus than my Fire Axe mod does, so I would like to get it a little more popular. So I'll be balancing the two. I'll be working on the Horde mode arena and weapons and that kind of thing, so that's cool. Obviously you're aware that I'm working on the Gravity Fist, so I'll be getting that out as the next weapon I publish, probably. And I'm working on a bumper sword as well, like the one from New Vegas. It's clearly like the one from New Vegas. What other game has a bumper sword? So there's one more thing, one more extremely important thing. You know how I put my unique weapons like Knock Knock and the Laser Katana into dungeons for you guys to fight through, right? Well, little known fact, I absolutely hate designing dungeons. Not the enemy placement or the ambushes or the scripting. I can't get enough of that shit. That's fun. What I actually hate is the cave building and like the putting the little chunks together to actually make up the building and placing the clutter and doing the lighting. Like I'm okay at it, but oh my god, I just can't. I can't do it. So if you watching right now, you get any kind of enjoyment, or you just get some sick pleasure out of making buildings or caves, rooms, arenas, houses, or Mayan pyramids, but you don't want to do the rest of what's involved in making a mod, pack whatever you've made or just what you want to make into an ESP and send it over my way. You don't have to tell me what you're making. It doesn't have to be something specific. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Just like send it over to me, right? Abandoned insane asylum that doesn't suck? You got it. I can use it. You want to make a boat interior? Sweet. I'll put some raiders in it. You want to make a single tiny room somewhere in the Commonwealth? Do it. I'll put a fucking insane super mutant in it. Giant underground metropolis filled with sewer mutants? Great. Whatever it is, I'll use it. Send it in a zipped ESP to MikeMoreMods@gmail.com. If you don't want to write that down, I'll put it in the description so you can email it there. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I think 12 hours per day trying to figure this shit out with the effects and the scripting. So everything is going smoothly now. Hopefully after this learning experience is done, I won't have to put so much thought into doing such a small amount of work. The sword and knives actually look pretty sweet, so I'm really happy I got the effects working on them, and I'm super, super fucking happy. It's great. I haven't been able to say that I've been making progress on the arena for months, but like I'm actually making progress now, so I'm really excited. It's awesome. Before I leave you all high and dry though, there's one more thing I want to talk about before I take off. Hunter Hall and Sandre Sunbo are two people that have been supporting me on Patreon. And like, sure, money is nice, I'm not going to say that I don't want the extra money that I can put towards rent, but the real fucking cool thing is the stuff I make is actually having an effect and an impact on your lives. Enough of an impact that you would actually go out of your way and do this kind of thing. Like, that's super fucking cool. I'm not fucking around here, okay? Like, thank you guys. Even if, I don't care if you donate to me on Patreon or whatever, but the fact that you guys actually like this is like really, really cool to me. So, thank you. Seriously. If you see Sandre Sunbo commenting in the comments or something, you fuckers better thank him too, because he's the one that suggested the gravity fist, so he's the one I'm making it for. Anyway, things are getting a little too feely around here, so I'm going to take off. You have yourself a kick-ass rest of your week, and I'll be seeing you sooner than you think. Later days. Well, that's fucking rude.